Just to clarify, we saw those pictures online. We weren't invited.
Thank you so much for sitting down with us today. First of all, I have to say, I think rom-coms, there's not enough of them. So first of all, thank you for making this.
Thank you for saying that.
What draws you to this genre?
We're both big fans.
Huge fans. To me, this is the most enduring genre in film history. Every era has its classic rom-coms, and often it comes during times when people need an escape and need joy reflected back at them instead of cynicism.
So true. And I think that, for me, I love the idea of love. And I just think that is something that throughout humanity, we've always, we've fought about it, we have chased it, we have dreamed of it. And so when you undercut it with comedy, you add the two together, to me, that's just a perfect version of escapist fare. And especially right now with everything going on in the world, we need escapist fare.
Yes. Go into the theater and forget about everything and
That's
take
right.
a vacation to Tuscany.
There you go.
Amazing. And speaking of love and comedy, Halle is so deeply likable in this film. Like, you can't help but root for her regardless of how many silly mistakes she makes or what happens along the way. When did you know that she was going to be Joanna?
She was our only choice.
Only choice.
We talked about her from the very, very beginning. I got this great script from a writer, Ryan Engel, that I had worked with before. I sent it to Kat. Kat said, I'm in. And I was like, oh, now we just got to get the right leads. And Halle Bailey, I love me some Halle. I have worked with her sister, Chloe, before, but I had not worked with Halle. And when we met and sat and talked about it, she's just such a joy. She is just ebullient. She is so, what you see is real. It's so authentic with her. And that's one of the skills that she brings to all the characters that she portrays, but certainly with Anna. Because Anna is a hot mess. Anna's making mistakes. Anna's making bad decisions. But you know what? She's got faith, and she steps outside of her comfort zone, and she just goes for it. And I feel like we can all learn a little bit. We all need a little bit of Anna in ourselves.
And we felt the same about Regé. Like, a lot of movies, you have a list of people, and we were like, oh no, if Regé doesn't do this, we cannot make this movie. And, I think what's fun for both of them is there's a comedy that they bring. I keep thinking of Halle as like a young Sandy Bullock.
Yeah.
Like the way she grounds it and
Yes.
leads this film with real heart and also, I think, a surprising amount of comedy.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask about him. When you put them both together, like, was it like a moment where you're like, it's magic, like this is going to be it? Or like, how was that sort of putting them together for the first time?
Kat sent me a picture of the two of them when they met, actually. Nothing to do with the film. They both went to the Met Gala in New York before we shot the film. And we saw our two stars looking amazing at the Met Gala. And we go, oh my God, like, this is going to work. This is going to be incredible.
And just to clarify, we saw those pictures online. We weren't invited. But
to be clear.
They're obviously gorgeous people, and they look good together. But then it was, how do they play off each other? And we had some little rehearsals and a table read, and you can just see that they complement each other, and they bring out the best in each other, and they really like each other. Yeah. And so it was like, my job was to really take that little spark and fan the flame until it turned into a towering inferno of chemistry.
Well, and you did that, so well done. And I was wondering, in the script, did you have the singing in there, or did you put that in because you had these super talented singers you couldn't help yourselves?
Well, it came from the idea that you can't have Halle Bailey on screen and not hear at least one bar of singing.
Come
on.
With that voice.
Give the audiences what they want.
Yeah.
And then... man, Regé can sing too. And
who knew?
It's so
Not
good.
I.
It was so good. And
we found it organically, I think, just as a filmmaking team, and even with Regé and Halle. Like, the thing is, the perfect rom-com, I think, always is undergirded by the perfect song. You need something that really gives it a rhythm, and all the great rom-coms have it. And we knew we wanted to put that in, and then it was about, okay, what's the right song? And a classic R&B that makes you just bob your head, and of course it works for the character because she's surprised he's got so much flavor. Who are you listening to, Mario?
She gives him in the car where she's like, huh. And you see, it's more than just a funny moment. It's also like there are dimensions to this man
that
that
get to know each other.
I didn't know existed.
That's right.
And obviously, this film is set in Italy. Italy is such a big part of this film, given it's in the title. What was it like sort of filming there? Like, did you have a good experience of working in that country? Have you been there before? Like, what's your connection to Tuscany?
I mean, I don't want to make people jealous, but
Go ahead.
filming in Tuscany is as amazing and dreamy as it sounds. Everywhere you point the camera is beauty. The people have a passion and an energy that we really wanted to capture. I kept saying, this is not an American movie coming and using Italy as a backdrop. This is a film that is infused with everything Italian, from the food to the wine to the cadence to the rhythm to the loudness, and it was really inspiring to be there. As a filmmaker, I would drive to work and say, oh, "That vista, we must film it." I had this problem when I was cutting the movie where I worried that people were going to think it was all on a blue screen because it looks so perfect, but it is all real.
No AI in this movie. We went there, we shot it in actuality. You know, when you have a backdrop that becomes a character, when it's so authentic, and Kat took that very, very serious. The people, the nuances, the food, the culture, all of that stuff. It's really, really important. When you have that pop and become just as important as the characters on screen, it's a journey of discovery for Anna, right? She's never been to this place. She doesn't know anything about it. We wanted that for the audiences. There are people who can't just jump on a plane and go to Tuscany.
Just gonna say.
See, we've been together for so long. I knew it. I felt that energy. But it's so true.
But it is true. And it's like creating a cinematic experience in this world of streaming, and nothing against streaming, but sometimes you want to go and see the big screen and sit next to people in the dark and go on vacation, essentially.
And laugh together. Amazing. No, I think that's all we have time for, but thank you so much. And I'll book my trip to Tuscany immediately.
Yes.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
This is all a really big misunderstanding.
She's marrying Matteo.
Yes! What do I do?
You can pretend to be his fiancé, or you go to prison. Either way, it's very romantic.
I gotta get out of here. Oh!
Buongiorno. Gabriella wants to give you a tour of the vineyard.
Why?
Aren't you getting married there?
Oh. This was fun.
Okay, you pretended to be the white Italian man's fiance, but ended up catching feelings for the black Italian cousin brother? Is he fine though?
This is too much. Is that rain?
Oh my gosh.
You can eat, pray, and love me, baby.
Matteo, I can explain.